Hey guys, and welcome back to another D-Day Dice 2nd edition episode here on World War II Solitaire board game channel. Today we're gonna dig a little bit deeper into the expansions upon popular request. I'm gonna do an episode with War Stories. The War Stories expansion pack, which is a big box pack, features 5 modules with new stuff. One of those modules, I guess the main one, is War Stories. So basically it features 30 different war stories, everything from hell to pain to minefield. And basically what these are different kind of victory conditions besides conquering the bunker. If you played or watched my videos of Airborne in Your Pocket, I have to say that the war stories are very similar to the scenarios in Airborne in Your Pocket. I thought a fitting first war story would be Saving Private Ryan, and you can go ahead and read with me here. Basically, you will get in this expansion, you will get some tokens for soldiers and other tokens. In this one, we will use a soldier token. As we can read here, place 1 random soldier token in a random sector on the next to last row, never on a bunker. This is Private Ryan, crying for help, and he must be picked up. The unit that does gain 1 token, soldier token, result of Bryan's color in its final tally every turn. However, an active skull in that unit's final tally kills Private Bryan, discard him. All units need 1 less courage to advance in the final bunker as long as Bryan is alive. If he dies, all units need 2 more courage to enter the final bunker. So basically what this does is just gives us a few more conditions, and basically if you didn't really understand that, we will place a random token, which I have here in my cup with 3 different colors. We will place a random one in a random sector, so we will roll for the sector. Place that soldier there. Our unit has to move to that sector to pick Bryan up. Then, for example, if we get a white soldier token, for every white soldier we lock, we get an extra soldier because we have Private Ryan in our squad. And then we require 1 less courage moving into that bunker, except if he dies, because if we get a final skull in our final token, he will die. So a smart move would to get, for example, the sharpshooter, which can eliminate the skull in your final tally. Okay, so besides that, I just want to tell you that, again, this new module, which is War Stories, there are 30 War Stories in the big box War Stories expansion pack. There's also 1 War Story in the Kickstarter exclusive pack. I believe it's called Vive la Résistance or something like that. And then there are 3 additional War Stories in the small Spoils of War expansion pack. So you have a total of, if you have all the expansions, you have a total of 34 war stories to play around with, and they can be a nice addition to the game if, for example, you fancy a specific map. For example, one of my favorites is Omaha Beach, and then you might have played that a few times too many and you want to change things up. The war stories are a great way to add some spice to those old missions. Okay, enough talking for me. I'm gonna start playing. As you know, when you play 1 player, you get to choose for your items either 1 special item from the scenario list. For Exercise Tiger, that's the bazooka, amphetamines, and so on. Or you get to choose a normal item, a regular item with this bullet symbol. And I always, no matter what scenario I play, I always go with the field telephone. That's a good one. 15 item points, you get 7 soldiers. You can't go wrong with that. So that's the item I chose. We have our specialist here lined up. Awards, even though there aren't any vehicles on this map, you can still get a vehicle if you happen to draw an award. So anyway, let's get going, guys. Let's try to conquer Exercise Tiger. Normally I play this quite simple map when I want to showcase an expansion, which I will do now. Alright guys, let's get going. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is roll for the sector where we will place Private Bryan. Should be next to the last sector. So this sector, we have two different sectors, sector 7 and sector 8 to choose between. So we're going to go ahead and roll a simple d6. 1 to 3 it will be sector 7, 4 to 6 is going to be sector 8. And we get sector 2, so it's going to be sector 7. We will draw a random soldier token, which can be in any 3 colors. And we get a blue Private Bryan in sector 7. So that's Private Bryan over there. That's the guy we have to save. And as usual, we start over here. As usual, I'm playing the Americans. Feels about right in this scenario as well. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start rolling. Ooh, 2 skulls. Let's see, I think I want to gather up some stars. Let's see if I can get a RWB. There we go, guys. Very nice. Gonna go ahead and save those soldiers. So I get the leadership RWB, which basically gives roll 1 bonus die added to your final tally, or all units gain 2 courage. So I'm gonna go ahead and take those 2 courage from the RWB. Then I gain from my dice, I gain 3 stars, 3 soldiers, and 1 item point. So I go ahead and adjust my unit marker, and I'm not gonna rally a specialist, I believe. Let's look at them if there's someone I want to get. Perhaps a reserve specialist. The reserve ones you can only get 1 of. The platoon leader is quite nice, so is the Beachmaster. Both of them are kind of my favorites. I can choose between gain 3 soldiers every time you advance to -1 courage to advance. And you know what, guys? I think I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Beachmaster this time. So I recruit the Beachmaster. And I decrease my stars by 3. So I have 0 stars now. But I do have the Beachmaster on my team. Thinking about where I'm gonna put my Beachmaster so you guys can see him. Okay, I'll put him over here. Alright, so then we have combat. We're not gonna move, but we have combat, so I'm gonna go ahead and lose. We have a sector value of 2, so I'm losing 2 soldiers. So I'm down to 5 soldiers. I don't know why I have 3 courage. I should have 2 courage. They can be a little bit of wobbly, these unit markers, so sometimes you lose or gain an item or courage. Alright, let's see, almost an RWB, but I don't really like the dead man's gift. I could give it a shot. Okay, I'm not gonna play safe, I'm gonna lock those 2. Hope for a dead man's gift, RWB. Ooh, doesn't look good, guys. Let's see, I'll save that one at least. And then I'll re-roll. Oh, so close. Almost, guys. Well, I would have gotten also a nice RWB here, but those 2 skulls will cancel these 2 dice. So basically I gain 2 soldiers, right? Adjust our unit marker, and then we have combat, and I will lose those 2 soldiers. Okay, I got a little bit greedy there, guys. Let's see if we can do it this time. Almost got an 2 RWBs there. I'm gonna try and get the RWB again. Right, saving that one. Still hoping for the leadership RWB. Oh, there we go, guys. Okay, so I'll I got a skull, and I'm gonna let him cancel that one. So we have 3 stars, 2 soldiers. The RWB leadership gives us again 2 courage, so we go up to 4 courage. Then I gain 2 soldiers and 3 stars. I'm gonna go ahead and adjust my unit marker. It's a red arrow indicating we have to move this turn. I'm gonna take a look and see if there's a specialist I want to rally. Oh, the medic would be nice, but I need one more star for that. The corporal, I'm gonna require him later on, so I will get the corporal, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and wait and get the medic, because the medic is a good one. Alright, so we will go on and move now into the next sector, and for that we have to pay, as indicated on the left side, 1 courage, so we go from 4 down to 3 courage. Now we have combat. We're gonna go ahead and lose 4 soldiers and reset our dice. 4 soldiers, so we go from 7 to 3 soldiers. Alright, so that makes us go another turn. Let's see. I want to go ahead and save these 2. Hope for an RWB of reinforcements. Almost. I'll go ahead and save those as well. Oh, come on, yeah. Okay, we got the RWB we wanted. That's cool. So the RWB reinforcements add 4 soldiers to your unit and 4 soldiers to another unit. Since we don't have another unit, that other unit is us. So we, let's see, should go up to 11 soldiers. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 more soldiers, so we go up to 17 soldiers now, plus 1 item point. So that's cool. Then we also get a star, because we get 1 additional star with this one. We adjust our unit marker, and now we would normally rally a specialist, but we get a free specialist here. We can only rally 1 per turn, and that specialist is the sharpshooter, which will allow us to ignore a skull in our final tally. So I'm going to put him right there. Then now we have, as normal, we would move, but we're going to stay right here. So we have combat. We're going to go ahead and lose 4 soldiers. So we go from 17 down to 13. And let's go again. Okay, we got a nice RWB here. The battle cry. I'm gonna go ahead and save that. Save some soldiers as well. And we have a chance to get a RWB for soldier. Something I did forget, guys, is use my Beachmaster. I see here the Beachmaster gains you 3 soldiers every time you advance, so I have just corrected that error. But yeah, the Beachmaster is a nice guy. So we have a battle cry RWB that will let us advance 1 sector without paying the courage, but we're not going to do that. We're going to take instead 2 stars. So we gain 2 stars. We go from 4 to 6 stars. Then, of course, we gain 3 courage from those. We gain 4 soldiers, so we are now up to 20 soldiers. And again, we gain 1 item point, and then 1 additional star for this one. So we have 7 stars now. We're going to go ahead and adjust our unit marker, and then we're going to go ahead and rally a specialist. Let's see, I want to go ahead and get the medic this time. The medic is going to save us 1 soldier every combat phase. See, I'm running out of space for my specialist. This one cost me 4, so I go from 7 down to 3 stars. Then we have combat. I'm going to lose 4 men, so I'm down to 16 soldiers. Okay, we're going to do 1 more round in this sector. And look at that, I got to get an RWB. It's a lot of stars. Gonna try to go for more soldiers now. And look at that, we get 2 RWBs, guys. Very nice. So the first one we get is fresh troops, which gains us 5 soldiers. So we go to 21 soldiers. We get leadership, which gains us 2 courage. We have a lot of courage now, 8 courage. I believe that's enough to get us all the way up. And then we get 3 stars plus 1, so that's gonna be 4 stars. So we go to, let's see, 7 stars totally, and 6 soldiers. So gains us up to 27 soldiers. Okay, so we adjust our unit marker, indicating we have to move this turn. We get to rally a specialist, and you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and rally, let's see, the minesweeper, so I won't have to take any hits from the mines over here. So I decrease my star value down to 4 from 7. And we're gonna go ahead and move, and this time I won't have to roll a d6, taking damage from the mines, again, because I have the minesweeper. So we have combat now. We reset our dice and we have combat. The sector value is 4, although we have the medic, so we're just going to lose 3 soldiers, so we go down to 24 soldiers. Alright, so 24 soldiers left remaining. I feel like we're off to a good start here. I'm going to go ahead and roll, stay in this for a few sectors, try to gain up some soldiers. I don't know about stars. It feels like it would be smart to try to get an RWB again, but I think I'm just gonna start stacking up on soldiers instead. It feels like we have this victory in our hands. So unfortunately no RWB. We also have our sharpshooter, so we're gonna ignore this skull, otherwise it would have cancelled one of our dice. No RWB here, but still a nice roll. We get 1 courage, we're up to 9 courage now, and 6 soldiers, so we have 30 soldiers. Okay, we adjust our unit marker, and let's see if we wanna rally a specialist. We have 4 stars. See, actually, we're not going to rally a specialist. Oh, drop my cards. Because we get the scout here, and the scout adds 1 wrench to our final tally. And that's a free specialist from this sector. So I'm going to put him right there. Let's see. So we rallied the specialist. Now we would move if we wanted to, but we don't want to. So we have to engage combat. And the combat is 4 minus 1 because of our medic. So we will go to from 30 to 27 soldiers. Alright, so of course we're staying for another turn in such a good sector. Almost got an RWB here. Nice, I'm gonna go ahead and save all of these soldiers. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and add 1 courage, because this sector gives plus 1 courage. Forgot about that. Alright, look at it, guys. We got another RWB, and that RWB is reinforcements, which is gonna gain us 8 soldiers. We go from 27 to 35. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more soldiers, so we have 42 soldiers, guys. Wow. And then again 1 free courage from this zone. Let's see, we wanna do adjust our unit marker. Do we want to draw another specialist? The corporal is cool. And actually we do need the corporal for that sector, so I'm going to go ahead and rally the corporal, which is reroll 1 die in your final tally. You cannot reroll a locked die. Okay, so we put him there, and he's 2 stars, so we go from 4 stars to 2 stars. Oops, sorry about that. From 4 stars to 2 stars. And then we have combat, and we would lose normally 4, but instead we're going to lose 3. So we go from 42 to 39. Because of our medic, 1 guy is saved. Okay, we have 1 last sector to 1 last turn to stay in this very neat sector. Let's see if we can rally some more men. Oh, we have an RWB here. That's a nice one. We're gonna gain 17 item points from that one. So we'll definitely save that one. I want to save that one. Okay, that's good enough. I'm gonna go ahead and re-roll this one with my corporal, and I got the same. Okay, so we have an RWB here, which will gain us 17 item points or 2 stars. We're gonna choose the item points. So we go from 13 to 20 item points. All right, and let's see. Then we have 2 soldiers, so we go up to 41. And then we have 1 star, so we go up to 3 stars. And also forgot 1 more courage, guys. Cool. Okay, so we adjust our unit marker, and now we're gonna go ahead and rally some units. Let's see, we have 3 stars. I don't think I want to rally a unit, but I want to buy an item. And I'm gonna go ahead and get the flamethrower. Flamethrower is cool. It subtracts 10 defense from the bunker, so basically it saves you 10 soldiers. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it there. I'm running out of space, guys. Let's see, do I want to get an award as well? I might, because I have so much courage, but I think I'll save it for later. Just to make sure I don't lose too much courage. Okay, so we need to advance. Let's see, which way do I want to advance? Because I have to go up to this sector. I think we want to go ahead and advance. See, if I go up here, I could go this way and then go up north. So that's probably the way. I have reinforcements here, but that's probably the way I want to go. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and advance up there. Okay, so advancing, resetting our dice. It's going to cost us 2 courage. So we go back to 10. It's going to give us 3 soldiers because of our Beachmaster. So we'll go from 41 to 44 soldiers. And then we have combat, which is 6, -1 because of the medic. So we now, let's see, 5. So from 44 to 39. So you really gotta keep track of. Also, I'm decreasing my units, my item points by 20 since I bought the flamethrower. So there's a lot of stuff to, for such a simple game, there's a lot of stuff that can go wrong, a lot of stuff you gotta keep track of. So if you see me commit an error in this video, just let me know, guys, and let other people know. Okay, so we're here. Actually, this should be set to a black shield. Since this is a black shield sector, we can only stay once in this sector. And we're gonna go ahead and roll our dice. Let's see if we can get some nice RWBs to gain some soldiers. And then I think we're gonna go ahead and move up and try to save Private Bryan. Oh, look at that, guys. We get a nice RWB there. So we get again our reinforcements RWB, which gains us 8 soldiers. So we go from 39 to 47 soldiers. That's cool. And then we gain 1 courage. So up to 11. Plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more soldiers. So we now have 53 soldiers, guys. I think we are ready to head towards the bunker. Alright, guys, so we adjust our unit marker, which will be this side, and we are gonna go ahead and go up north now. So we are gonna go and decrease our courage by 2, so we now have 9 courage. Let's see, we gain 3 soldiers because of the Beachmaster, so we have 56 soldiers now. And then we have some stuff here. Basically, we have to lose 1 specialist of our choice. I'm gonna go ahead and lose the scout, because I never remember. I should have added 1 item point, remember, because of this guy, and I don't know why, but I can never remember it. You add 1 item or 1 wrench to your final tally. I always forget it. So let's get rid of the poor scout who's always forgotten. And then this green dice, or these green blocks, means that you don't have to lock a single dice in this sector. And then we have combat, and you have this little icon, and that means we have to take a machine gun fire. So we're gonna roll a d6 for that, and a machine gun fire hits us for 2, and then we have 10 damage from the sector damage. So that's 12 minus 1 because of the flamethrower, so that's gonna be 11 damage. So we go down to 45 in men from 56. Okay guys, so we have successfully saved Private Ryan, or successfully at least found him. So we have Private Ryan now in our squad over here, and our mission now is to conquer the beach and get Private Ryan home. And if you remember from our War Stories card, for every soldier that we roll, every blue soldier, we get an extra soldier. But if we have one of these in our final tally, Private Ryan is gonna die. So the mission now is to conquer the bunker without getting one of those nasty skulls in our final tally. Okay, so let's see. We're gonna go ahead and roll dice again in this sector. Oh, that's a lot of skulls. Whoops. Drop one. There we go. Oh, more skulls. Oh, that was a close call. Almost an RWB. Okay, so we get 4 soldiers. We go up to 49. We get 1 courage. And then we get 3 stars. So we adjust our unit marker. Do we want to rally a specialist? We have, let's see, we have 1 reserve specialist already, so we can't rally another. Is there perhaps one of these guys? Or one of these guys? Change the color of one, always lock only 1 dice. We have another cool thing here in this expansion, which is, if you remember the lieutenant, which is a cool card. Basically, he lets you lock a set of dice, and then you can trade dice with him. You may swap 1 die from your final tally with 1 die from this card. We have a special solo card in this expansion, which lets us put our dice here. It's really a cool one for solo play especially. So that's a really cool card. So we might want to get that guy for 4 stars in case that we do get some of those nasty skulls, so we can manage to save Private Ryan. Let's see if I have some place for him. He's gonna stay there, and then we're gonna go ahead. I have a second set of dice here. We're gonna go ahead and roll those. So that's one too many white. So we re-roll the white dice and hope they want to stay in the tray. Okay, so these are the cards that will be locked, and we can trade with the lieutenant. We can trade 1 dice each for each final tally that we get. So on top of that, we have a bunch of courage. I'm gonna go ahead and spend some courage to get an award. So I'm gonna go ahead and spend 6 courage, which I hope I won't have to regret later. So I go from 10 to 4 courage, draw a random award. Let's see, Silver Star. Any 1 unit may move twice during phase 5. It must still spend courage to advance. Cannot be used at the same time as a battle cry. Oof, that's not a very good one, because I think I gotta stay these turns to gain some courage now, since I got the Silver Star. Anyway, focus. Let's see, where should I put my Silver Star? I'm gonna put it right here. Okay, guys, so we're actually... should we stay 1 more sector? Yeah. I think we're gonna go ahead and advance. So we advance, and we are gonna go ahead and spend 3 courage. So we are down to 1. We gain, let's see, 3 soldiers from advancing, so we go up to 52. Reset our dice, then we have combat. Roll our machine gun fire, that's just 1. Plus 10 of the sectors is going to be 11. However, we go only 10 because of our medic, so 42. Okay, so we roll our dice, and now we're gonna gain some courage. We have 1 courage. We need 3 to conquer the bunker. Since Private Ryan lets us gain some more courage. Let's see, 4 item points. That's gonna give us 12. Actually, I am gonna take these, and then I'm gonna take these. Okay, so we have an RWB here. I believe that one, I gotta check what it does. I can't remember. Special find. Okay, we gained 4 soldiers, or we can find an item we have already used, but we're gonna find 4 soldiers, so we go up to 46. Let's see, 46 plus 4, so we go up to 50 soldiers. 50 soldiers. Then, let's see, we gain how many item from 4 branches? We gain 12 item points. So we go up from 1 to 13 item points. So we adjust our unit marker. Oh, you can't find an item here. That's what that one means. Okay, that was a terrible mistake. But that's how it goes sometimes. That was a terrible mistake, guys. Okay, so that's a stupid reason to save these, and the only time I do it is in a sector where you can't find more items. Okay, let's see. We adjusted our unit marker. We're gonna go ahead and do combat again. So we're rolling 1d6. That's 2 plus 10. That's 12 minus 1 because of the medic. That's 11. So we go from 50 soldiers down to 39. Okay, we're gonna roll again and hope for some courage now. Remember, we can't have, because of Private Bryan, we can't have a skull in our final tally. We still need some of those courage. There's 1 courage, and we need 1 more courage now. Unfortunately, we didn't get 1 more courage. Also, we got one of these skulls that we don't want, but remember, we have the sharpshooter. May ignore 1 skull in your final tally, so Private Bryan is still alive. We get 1 courage for 6 soldiers, so up to 45. Adjust our unit marker, and we are going to go ahead and stay for 1 more turn. Let's see, or actually I could advance into this sector. Yeah, I'm gonna advance or change to this sector. I have to lose 1 specialist. I'm gonna go ahead and reset my dice. Lose 1 specialist. I'm gonna go ahead and lose the minesweeper. I don't have any more use for him since there's no more mines over here. We have a reinforcement, so this is actually stragglers. So we're gonna gain some stragglers. We're gonna gain 4 soldiers. We go to 49. Notice that the Beachmaster don't get us soldiers if we move diagonally, or I think that's not diagonally, that's sideways. I think that's called in English, sideways. It will only gain us 3 soldiers when we advance. That's moving forward, paying courage. Okay, so we have to do combat, 10 plus machine gun fire. Machine gun fire is 5 this time, plus 10, so that's going to be 15. 15 minus 1, that's going to be 14. So we go back down to 35 soldiers. Okay, let's see. Let's go for another turn. Okay, so we have some courage here. That's cool. But I'm actually going to go for soldiers, and you're going to see why. Because there is an item which you can buy which is totally overpowered. Oh, that's a lot of skulls. No. Okay, we're good. So, we gain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 soldiers, go up to 41. We gain 1 star, and then 1 item point. So we're up to 14 item points now, right? Okay, so we adjust our unit marker, and now we're gonna find an item. So there is a totally overpowered item which is called the whistle. Whistle, advance once without spending courage. You still need to follow all sector requirements and restrictions. For 7 item points, I will now save 3 courage. Okay, so that's cool. So I'm going to put my item here next to my flamethrower, and I'm going to go ahead and use the item directly because we now go to movement, and I will move into the bunker. So I'm going to go ahead and reset my dice. I'm going to start, let's see, by paying, let's see, I don't pay any courage since I used my whistle. I will gain 3 soldiers because of the Beachmaster, so I go up to 44 soldiers, right? Let's see, then I will use my flamethrower, and the flamethrower subtracts 10 from defense of your bunker. So the bunker has 20 in defense, right? So it's now down to 10 plus machine gun fire. Okay, so we'll use our dice. That's 5 plus 20, that's 25, minus 10 because of the flamethrower. So that's 15, minus 1 because of the medic. So that's 14. So we lose 14 soldiers. Luckily, we have 44. So we're down to 30 soldiers, and we have successfully conquered the bunker, and we have successfully saved Private Bryan. So that, my friends, is D-Day Dice War Stories. And that's the first out of 30 war stories which come in the main expansion War Stories. And then again, you get 1 war story in the Kickstarter exclusive pack, and you get 3 additional war stories in the Spoils of War mini expansion pack. So I think all in all, it's a really cool expansion if you have some favorite maps that you like to replay with some different scenarios. Of course, you could, if you want to mix things up, you could just draw a random scenario, or you can play them, one by one. Yeah, I mean, perfect way. And another thing you can note about these are that some scenarios, like Dead Man Walking, require you to also use the Servicemen module. You'll find the Servicemen module in the same expansions as the War Stories. So some of these War Stories are more complicated. You have super simple ones, like for example troop transports, and basically all you do is you roll d6. Every time a unit earns a special find RWB bonus, you lower that dice by 1, and then the final of that dice you will add to your bunker, and basically that simulates troop transports. German trucks are ferrying troops to the bunker. So that's an example of a really simple one, and then you have more advanced one which introduces more modules. Anyway, you watch me play Saving Private Bryan D-Day Dice Exercise Tiger with the D-Day Dice War Stories expansion. Thank you for watching. As always, stay tuned for more expansions. Oh, you saw I had a courage there. I could have stolen that from the lieutenant. That's stupid. Like I said, there's so many things to keep track of for such a simple game, but that's actually one of the fine parts about this game, because you always have to stay awake. You always have to consider your options. If you start stressing out and just moving on, you are going to get shredded on a normal battle map. This is a simple one, Exercise Tiger. Alright, as always guys, thank you for watching. Please subscribe, stay tuned for more D-Day Dice. See you next time.